Hi! Welcome to Building Faculty Development Program MLWeb. There are 5 approaches to developing faculties. In this presentation, we will cover the first 3 approaches. The first approach is learning from experience. It's called workplace learning and communities of practice. This approach requires observation, participation, expert guidance in an authentic environment, and an organizational support. Why this approach? For the improvement of performance for the benefit of the organization, learning for the benefit of the learner, and learning as social investment. It leads to the development of a community of practice that promotes an ongoing professional learning. And how is that implemented? By participation in group activities, working alongside others, tackling challenging tasks, adopting a workplace pedagogy. Workplace invites access and individuals elect to participate, and role modeling by observation and reflection. And how can learning in the workplace be enhanced? Participation is the key word. Engaging in work activities that are novel, securing appropriate guidance from experienced colleagues, and being able to practice critical tasks, awareness of both organizational factors, as in the hospital, the community, or the university, and individual factors, as learning goals and preferences, are key to enhancing workplace learning. What can be learned at workplace? Task performance, personal development, teamwork, role performance, academic knowledge and skills, decision-making, problem-solving, and judgment. The second approach is peer coaching and mentorship. Peer coaching is a collegial process whereby 2 faculty members voluntarily work together to improve or expand their approaches to teaching. It is either reciprocal or one-way, and there are 3 phases: pre-observation discussion, followed by direct observation, and lastly, post-observation debriefing. Why this approach? To help clinician teachers recognize and improve teaching behaviors and practices, develop the ability to adapt teaching strategies to meet the needs of individual students, and to evolve into a community of peer coaches who work together to enhance teaching. There are guidelines for peer coaching program. It has to ensure safe environment where confidentiality is respected. It is formative in nature. The goals should be set by the colleague being coached and shared with the coach. The context of the person being coached should be reviewed before the observation occurs, and mutual expectations should be clarified and discussed. Allocate sufficient time for participants. Encourage, recognize, and reward participants. Mentorship is a relationship with a person who took a personal interest in your career and who guided or sponsored you. There are elements to mentorship, including an interpersonal connection with collaborative learning relationship, a defined purpose, the broad purpose being to help the mentee develop or acquire the skills, the competencies, and the relationships needed to be successful and satisfied in their personal and professional lives as a whole. Why this approach? It helps developing personal and interpersonal skills and competencies acquired by the mentoring relationship. It focuses on mentee, that is mentee-centered. It encourages personal reflection, and it develops the faculty as a whole person, where personal and professional lives are inseparable. There are 3 models for mentoring that differ in structure, but they all hold the key elements. Dyadic mentoring are 2 people where mentor is senior with more experience. Peer mentoring, where peers support, guide, and learn from each other. Group mentoring is group of mentees with one senior member who acts as a mentor and a facilitator. There are formal and informal mentoring formats. Formal mentoring is adopted by some institutions where each new faculty member is assigned to a mentor, while informal mentoring, where two people with shared interests find one another and develop a relationship. Finally, peer coaching and mentorship encourage learning together and enhance communication, collaboration, and building effective teams. The third approach is workshop and seminars. Workshop and seminars are among the mainstays of faculty development programs in health professions. The key features of workshops and seminars are that they can promote education and research career and leadership development. They can target individuals, groups, or organizations. Workshops emphasize on acquisition of knowledge and skills and stimulation of attitudes and behavioral changes, while seminars focus on a single, primarily cognitive topic to expand the participants' knowledge base. Why this approach? Workshop is appealing for most participants because of face-to-face delivery with exchange of experience among participants and facilitators, which can enhance deep learning. The short duration, which allows staff to fit them into their busy schedules, and their formal nature, which ensures visibility and credibility within the organization. How is that implemented? There are three pillars for effective workshop design: learning outcomes, either knowledge, skills, or attitude; learning activities, cognitive, affective, or regulative; and instructional methods to elicit specific learning activities. Here are examples of instructional methods aligned with learning activities. Applying theoretical knowledge, cognitive. The instructional method used is stimulating participants to elaborate on new knowledge and give examples. If the learning activity is expressing their motivation and expectations, which is affective, the instructional method is discussing the participants' learning needs and integrating these in the program of the workshop. If the learning activity is evaluation and reflection, which is regulative, the instructional method is allowing participants to evaluate whether the personal learning objectives are realized or not, and or generate suggestions for future improvement. But how to ensure success? That is changing behavior. Learning that changes behavior to produce results is a process, not a single event. The process has three phases: alignment, assimilation, and application in order to reach the results. Alignment phase is the phase before training. Before starting a learning event, participants should have a thorough understanding of what they're expected to learn, how their behavior is expected to change, the results that they are expected to achieve, and how these results contribute to the overall goals of the organization. Assimilation phase is the phase during the training. During the learning event, the focus is on assimilation, the learning that resonates best with the participant, and engagement of all participants to apply what they already know in building the desired skills and knowledge. Finally is the application phase, which happens after training. Application phase is the most important one. Applying what one has learned is where 80% of the learning takes place. It is using the skills and knowledge within the work environment that makes the learning stick, causing a behavioral change that produces the desired results. In any system, people resist change. They need someone supporting them with coaching, encouragement, and running interference as they attempt to adapt their behavior. Thank you. We hope you enjoyed the presentation. Bye.